Emmanuel Macron has demanded French fishermen be looked after in a post-Brexit trade deal between the UK and the EU, but should Boris Johnson give in to the French president to finally reach an agreement? Express readers can vote in our poll on whether the Prime Minister should bow to Mr. Macron's demands on fishing after trade talks reached the deadline of October 15 set by Mr. Johnson without an agreement being struck. And let us know what you think in more detail by scrolling down and leaving a comment. Our poll comes as Mr. Macron is under pressure from French fishermen who are terrified of losing access to British waters. Speaking at the EU summit on Thursday, the French president said, "Under any circumstance, our fishermen should not be sacrificed for Brexit. If these conditions are not met, it's possible we won't have a deal. If the right terms can't be found at the end of these discussions, we're ready for a no deal for our future relations." Irish Premier Michael Martin also took a hard line on fishing. He said, "It is very important to us in Ireland that our coastal communities are protected in an overall deal on Brexit through a sensible and fair fisheries deal." Ireland's Foreign Affairs Minister Simon Coveney insisted a deal was possible despite the UK and the EU being miles apart on fisheries. Mr. Coveney told a parliamentary committee meeting, "My assessment of this is a deal can be done here. I believe a deal will be done here, but there's a lot of difficult work to do and I think it is going to take weeks rather than days to finalize this. I hope that by the start of November that we will be in the space of a deal in sight." But he warned the EU will not back down on fishing to strike an agreement. He said, "The EU is not going to sell out its fishing industry to get a trade deal on Brexit. Both sides need to understand that. Fishing won't be sacrificed to get a deal here. Fishing has proved to be a major sticking point in trade talks between Britain and Brussels. The UK has insisted it will hold the right to control who can fish in British waters. But the stance could result in a lower fish quota for European fishermen. It was previously reported that the UK offered the EU a 3-year buffer period to ease the impact of any reduction in the amount of fish that European boats can catch in British waters. The concession would see fishing quotas for European trawlers scaled back gradually between 2021 and 2024.